Big Ramy makes massive improvements in just 2 months since the Olympia. In today's video, I have a side-by-side footage comparison between Ramy's physique at the 2022 Mr. Olympia in December and the physique he presented at the 2023 Arnold Classic Prejudging just a few hours ago. Right off the bat, in the front double biceps pose, we can see that number 1, the dents in his quads are gone, so Chad Nichols was right. Now, I don't want to speculate on how they achieved it, all I can say is that it looks good. Number 2, his arms look better than at the Olympia, but it may be because of the posing, which brings me to point number 3. He drastically improved his posing style, or rather, boom. Let's bring into the picture his 2020 Mr. Olympia winning physique, which is still his best shape ever in my opinion, and we can see that he's hitting this pose now as he did it in 2020, which is a great choice. Next, let's see what the front lat spread looks like, and I don't know, other than the quads which are greatly improved, he looks pretty much the same, maybe a little bit fuller I would say. The quads make a very big difference though, so great for Big Ramy that he fixed those holes he had at the Olympia. Let's move on to the side chest, and if up until this point it looked all good for Ramy, I think that now we can see why he wasn't in the first call out at the Arnold prejudging last night: conditioning. He is bigger, he is fuller than in December, but if we look a little bit closer to the glute ham tie-in, at least for me, it becomes obvious that conditioning wise he was better at the Olympia. Now, it's true that the footage quality is lower for the Arnold, but I still think it's noticeable from what we have here. Let's check out the back and see if we can see the same thing with his glute details. Unfortunately, I can't tell by this footage, and guys, this is the best footage I could find now of Big Ramy at the Arnold prejudging. Maybe in the coming days better materials will surface and we can have this conversation again. But let's see the back. It is improved. I don't know, it seems like it is looking better even though those lower lats are still missing. But again, if we bring back his 2020 physique into the picture, we can see again that now he looks more similar to his 2020 appearance than his 2022 Olympia appearance, which is great news for Big Ramy. Unfortunately, his arms are downsized. Since 2020, it's very obvious. Back lat spread is next. Let's see. Christmas tree is nowhere to be found again, and boom. It's interesting. At first glance, I think his back looks more underwhelming at the Olympia. Now, it can be because of the different angles of the camera, but I don't see his Arnold version being improved in this one, other than the lumps in his glutes, which seem like they're almost gone. Anyway, this aspect is still very important about his glutes, so good job Big Ramy again. The next pose we have is the most muscular, where again we can see that he fixed his quads. He came in fuller but in a worse conditioning than in December. His abs are less detailed, his quads present less cuts and details as well if you ask me, so there you have it, the reason he's not in the first call out. The good news for Big Ramy is that conditioning can be fixed, and by the way he looked at last night's prejudging, I think he gave a lot of people hope that he can indeed make a comeback. He fixed some important things like his quads, his glutes and his fullness. Even his back looks better. His back looks probably more than 10% better, as Chad Nichols stated in an interview during this Arnold Classic prep. So yes, in my opinion, Big Ramy makes massive improvements from the Olympia, but he needs to fix his conditioning. Again, the same old story when it comes to Big Ramy. What do you guys think? Where do you see Big Ramy placing at this Arnold? And with all the improvements, do you think he could still be a threat for the Olympia title? Comment below. Also leave a like and subscribe for more bodybuilding videos like this. See you soon.